How old was Michael when he died?
7 months.
Do you want to tell me how it happened, or do you not want to tell me how it happened?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Okay.
So I woke up one night, to give him his feed. It was 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock feed or whatever it was. And I turned the light on to do that. And every morning, every time, he just squints his eyes, you know, because the light's too bright. And this time he didn't. And I knew he was gone, you know. I knew. So I ring the ambulance and they're like, do this, do that. And I'm like, stop telling me to do that, like, you know what I mean? And yeah, they came, they rushed, and he was gone. They didn't even try to resuscitate him or anything, so. Everybody's carrying their own boulders, you know, and everybody's got their own pain that they're dealing with. So I don't really talk about it to people. I grew up in Mount Druitt. It was abusive, alcohol. The home wasn't nice, you know. So I wouldn't call it growing up. I'd call it living there. And that's when I started drinking, smoking weed. That's where it all kicked off, you know.
Do you remember when you found out you were having a kid the first time?
Yeah, I was in jail, and when I was 23, his name was Michael. He died from SIDS.
Do you remember what it felt like inside?
Emptiness. It's not really a feeling, you know, it's a place. You just can't, you'll never get out of it.
Eventually, Michael did have more children.
There you go.
Including this dude.
Is that good, Kiki? I got into early recovery and just recently a life situation and I became a single full-time dad to Keegan.
When you talk to Keegan about the big brother that he'll never meet, how do you communicate that with Keegan?
I tell him he's in the stars, so he's got a star brother. I was in a dark spot, no money, can't pay the rent. What am I going to do, you know? I'm not going to be able to care for him. I'm going to have to give him up, you know, not a nice place. I said, let's go to the park. And they're pushing him on the swing and trying to get out of my head because seeing him smile makes me smile. And I couldn't get out of my head, you know, so I sat down and I said, sorry, mate, I can't push you. He gets the shits, you know? And
like every 7-year-old.
Yeah. He's kicking around and I'm just not there. I'm in my head. He picked up these 4 rocks, and one for me, one for him, one for Zara, my daughter, and one for my wife. And he's like, what about Michael? And I said, we'll leave that up to the universe, you know? He starts digging through this bark and he finds the rock. It looks like a little face. It's just a little face on a rock. And you turn it over and it's got a Facebook logo and this is weird. So here it is here.
That led Michael to a Facebook group that he'd never heard of before.
I thought I found some kind of hidden treasure, you know? And it turns out I did. It was like, wow, 80,000 people or something, and they paint rocks, then they go and hide them for somebody to find.
This is the world of rock dropping.
It's worldwide.
Think of it as an international game of hide and seek.
Here it is here. To the person who hid this, I just want to say thank you so much for this. We had no idea about this group or what it was when we found it, but this rock could not have came into our lives at a better time. What it symbolises to us goes beyond words, and it's just the light we needed in this dark world at the moment. As soon as I seen it, I had a feeling from my son, like, you know, as weird as it sounds, but it gave Keegan hope, and when Keegan has hope, I've got hope. So we got 620 likes, you know, and just went berserk. A lady sent us a rock painting kit. They're the rocks, the paint. That's a lady sent us that in the mail. You want me to paint that?
Yes, then I'll paint that.
You know, another person, complete stranger, done a shop for us, you know that? Done shopping. like $400 worth of shopping or something like that. And just the act of kindness, like the act of wanting to make somebody else happy that you don't even know. Like, I wanted the person that painted it to know that they helped us.
And that is when we had an idea.
We're going to meet the girl who painted the rock for him, for Keegan. We're feeling a bit nervous of going and meeting the people who painted the rock, aren't we? Feeling nervous?
No.
You're not feeling nervous?
No.
Keegan's not feeling nervous. So
Yes,
Keegan's got a
it's
Keegan's got a thank you note for the girl who painted the rock. You gonna give it to them? That's his way of saying thank you. We've been up since 4 o'clock in the morning, caught a train, a bus, a plane, a 100-kilometre car drive just to return this rock. So we're tired, excited, happy, anxious, and relieved.
That is correct.
It's correct. How you going? Jody?
Yeah,
Michael. How you
nice
going?
to meet you.
You too, how you going?
Good, thank
This
you.
is Keegan.
Hi, Keegan. This is Layla and Marley.
Marley, you're the one who painted the rock.
Yeah. Oh, you're a special rock. Oh, it's gone a long way, hasn't it?
I just want to thank you and also your daughter for putting a bright light in a dark spot. He's been through a lot, his whole life he's been through a lot. When he found it, it was like
Changed his mood.
shone him, he was shining.
I hope that my girls can learn that some small gesture that they can do for somebody else means so much. I have no idea how it got from Gosford to the park that you're at. Some have been dropped in Japan and New Zealand, and it's a mystery.
It shows me that the world is not dark. People do care. People care about strangers. You don't even know who the person is they're giving the rock to or what it's going to do for them, and they care enough to do it.
It's just part of the magic, I think. Like, you never know where your rock's going to turn up.
Hey, if you enjoyed that, make sure you subscribe to the Feeds YouTube channel.
And you can watch these videos here. See you next time.